All right, welcome back to the channel. Tonight I want to make a quick video and I want to talk about how people claim that abortion rights are fundamental for the advancement of women's rights. Okay, they'll talk about how these abortion rights are essential so that women can have equal rights with men. Okay, of course that's pure nonsense, okay? And I want to talk about three different reasons why. First off, it's really insulting to women to state that they need abortion to be equal with men, or that they can't be, advance in life and their career and their education unless there's abortion available for them. It's quite insulting, okay? Women and men are not at odds with each other. We shouldn't be anyway. God created us all equally, equal in value, but different in purpose, okay? Obviously, our bodies are different, okay? Physical strength-wise, speed, whatever it may be, we are created differently, okay? But that does not change our value as human beings. God created us all exactly how he wanted us to be. And we both have our purposes in this life, okay? And a woman can fully accomplish her will, God's will for her life, okay? And carry out her calling, which can include work. I know some people don't believe women should work at all, okay? But God certainly enabled women to be able to work in certain forms and fashions, okay? Okay, so women are created equally, and they can still do every single task that God created them to do without needing to kill their unborn children, okay? It's nonsense. It's insulting, really. Okay, that's number one. But number two, it's degrading. It kind of goes along with insulting, but it's degrading to women to say that they could never be fully capable of accomplishing their goals in life, okay? They could never become, a scientist or a doctor or you name the occupation. They could never do that unless they have the ability to kill their offspring, okay? Any offspring that may stand in the way of them accomplishing their goals and their dreams. Okay, this is what the pro-choicers preach to these young ladies in colleges and everywhere else throughout this country, is that in order to be successful in life, to accomplish the dream, to be a strong, independent woman, they need to have access to reproductive health choices to be able to kill their children, okay? And that is such a lie being sold to young ladies and young women around this country, okay? It's so false. They do not need abortion. That is degrading to say that you can't accomplish X and Y and Z unless you also have the ability to kill your child, okay? So don't buy into that nonsense. It's not true. There are plenty of successful women in America and also around the world who have done just fine. They've had children, they've raised those children while still being successful in their careers and in inventions and other things, okay? So don't buy into that nonsense. It's insulting, it's degrading, and honestly, it's unnatural, okay? That's the last point I wanted to make. It's unnatural to say that, the most basic thing that women were created to be able to do, the one thing that men absolutely cannot do, is have babies, right? Okay, men cannot do that. God specifically created women to be able to do that. It's a function that they are able to do, okay? So it's just wrong. It's unnatural to say that they need to push that to the side, okay? That's such a big part of who they are as individuals. They're the only ones that can create human life, that can carry it to term. Us men can't do that, okay? So it's completely unnatural to tell these women that in order to be successful in life, to be equal with men, to have equal rights in America, okay, you have to be able to kill your unborn children. Okay, you have to be able to slaughter them in the womb, crush their skulls, rip their limbs apart, suction them out, starve them to death, poison them, okay, which is what happens in all these different types of abortions, okay? If you're watching this video and you don't know what truly happens in an abortion, I encourage you to look it up. Study it for yourself. Don't just take my word for it. Don't get upset that I said these things. Look into it and see if what I'm telling you is the truth. And you'll find that it is, okay? It's a disgusting, barbaric act which should not be taking place in a civilized society. So, do women need abortion? Do they need their reproductive rights in order to be successful in this life, to have a successful career, to be successful in their schooling, or to have a family? Do they need abortion to be able to do any of these three things? And the answer to that is absolutely no, okay? Women are more than capable of leading successful lives in whatever industry they may work in. They're capable of leading successful lives as mothers, as wives in the home, and just taking care of everything that goes on with that responsibility of raising children 24/7. That's no small task. That is a job in itself, okay? If you don't believe that, try doing it for a full week. See how you last, okay? That's a job, okay? Me and my wife have 6 kids, so that is a chore all by itself outside of any other job. Taking care of 6 kids, taking care of finances, everything that goes on with the house, it's a lot of responsibilities, okay? And you know what? Women are capable of doing these things. Stop telling these women these lies that they need to kill their children to be successful in life. It's not true. If you truly love women, if you truly support them, then you should speak truth into their life. Tell them that God created them with a specific purpose in mind, okay, to be whatever he's called them to be, which will include, for most, being wives, being mothers, okay, while doing whatever else he may have called them to do, okay? Don't give them this nonsense lie that in order to be successful, they have to kill their children, that they have to set aside one of their God-ordained purposes so that they can take care of me, myself, and I, so I can get my degree, so I can jump up that career chain. That's not why God created them at all, okay? And that's not why God created any of us for this world, okay? He created us for himself to bring honor and glory to him. And one of the simplest, well, I really shouldn't say simple, it's not that simple, but one of the easiest ways and most simple ways, if you want to think of it that way, that we can all do this is by fulfilling our roles as husbands and wives, as mothers and fathers, by taking care of and raising children to serve and honor the Lord, okay? So, don't buy into the lie. Women are completely capable of being successful in the workplace, in schooling, and everywhere in between, okay? They do not need abortion, and neither do the men, okay? Take responsibility, be a man for the actions that you take, okay? If a child's conceived because of your actions, take responsibility, be a man, and take care of that woman, take care of that child that you helped create, okay? That's my video for tonight, okay? I want to do a quick shout out real quick for Ohio Furnace Beard Company, okay? If you've never heard of that, if you're looking to get your beard conditioned, if you're looking to get some good products to help keep the skin underneath well hydrated, then they've got all sorts of beard oils, beard balms, beard butters, stuff like that, and lots of great scents that you can try out. But you can find them on Facebook, Ohio Furnace Beard Company. You can see OFBC. I know it's backwards on the camera, okay, but Ohio Furnace Beard Company. Google them, you'll find them on the internet, but you can also just find them on Facebook, okay? Great products to help keep your beard hydrated and help it get as healthy as it possibly can be, okay? So if you're interested, put your orders in there and let them know that the Bearded Abolitionist sent you their way, all right? Well, thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. But keep coming back. I appreciate your support. Take care.